If working hard actually made people rich, construction workers would be millionaires, nurses would be wealthy, and the hardest working people you know wouldn't be living paycheck to paycheck. But they are. So either people aren't working hard enough, or we've been lied to about how wealth is actually built. And this is where things get dangerous, because most people never question this. They just assume that if they keep working harder, eventually things will change. But years go by, and nothing really does. This channel is about one thing: building wealth through systems, not effort, not motivation, not hustle, systems. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why working harder is keeping you stuck, and what actually creates leverage. Because once you understand this, you can't unsee it. You'll start looking at money differently, at work differently, at time differently, and that's when everything starts to shift. Most people follow the same invisible script. You wake up, you trade your time for money, you get paid, you repeat. And if you want more money, you work more hours. But there's a hidden ceiling in that model, because your income is directly tied to your time, and time is finite. Think about it like this. If you stop working tomorrow, your income stops immediately. No matter how hard you worked before, no matter how consistent you were, it all resets to zero. There are only two ways to make money. You either get paid once per action, or you build something that gets paid multiple times per action. That second one is a system. A system is anything that works. Without your constant presence, a piece of content, a digital product, a business process, an automated funnel. The wealthy don't work for money. They build systems that work for them. And the most powerful part, a system doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you take a day off. It keeps running. It keeps producing. It keeps generating results without you being there. Let's take this one step further. Most people believe that increasing income is about improving their situation inside the same structure. They try to get promoted. They try to earn more per hour. They try to move into a better position. But all of these options are still controlled by external factors. Someone else decides if you move up. Someone else decides how much you earn. Someone else controls the opportunity. And that creates a hidden limitation, because no matter how capable you are still operating inside a system you don't control. Now compare that to building something on your own, even something simple. You create a piece of content. You build a small digital asset. You set up a basic system that can produce value. At first, nothing happens. Then slowly, something starts to move. A view, a click, a small result. And over time, that compounds. Not because you worked more hours, but because you created something that continues to exist. That's the shift most people never make, from participating in someone else's system to building their own. This is why someone can work 10 hours a day and stay broke, while someone else builds one system and gets paid for years. It's not about working less. It's about working on things that scale. Effort doesn't create wealth. Leverage does. So the real question is not, how hard can you work? It's, how smart can you build? And today, building systems is easier than ever. You don't need a team. You don't need coding skills. You can literally use AI tools to build income-generating systems from your laptop. I'll leave some of the tools I personally recommend in the description, the ones I use to build and automate these systems. And no, you don't need to build something massive. You just need to start with one system, one simple structure that works without you. Now here's what this actually means for you. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to take a massive risk. And you don't need to build something complex. What you need is to start thinking differently about how you use your time. Instead of only working for immediate results, you begin allocating time to things that can produce results later. That could be content. That could be a simple digital product. That could be a small system that solves a specific problem. At the beginning, it feels slow. Because you don't see instant results, you don't get paid immediately, and it might seem like it's not working. But this is where most people quit. They go back to what feels familiar, back to trading time for money, back to something predictable. The people who move forward are the ones who stay long enough to see the system start working. And once that happens, even at a small level, you realize something important. You're no longer limited to your time, and that's when everything starts to change. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Stop asking, how can I make more money? Start asking, what system can I build that makes money without me? Because that question is the difference between staying busy and actually becoming wealthy. In the next video, I'll break down the exact types of systems you can build, even if you're starting from zero. No audience, no experience, no capital. If you want to build real leverage, subscribe.